go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh. I'm making plans for what we're gonna do. I feel so blessed that I can be with you. 'Cause God knows that I've been longing for you. I just wanna hold you close. You know the stars are shining just for you. Let's take a walk and we can follow the moonlight till we reach a place we can stay. Maybe kiss a bit and dream away. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. Ooh. While we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Love and so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Ripon Rabbit Hole is a community-driven radio. At times the community comments may reveal prejudices and other beliefs that we or our sponsors do not condone. Views or opinions expressed by the community, callers, or guests are those of the individual speaking and do not represent the views or opinions of this site. Ripon Common Sense content is intended for mature audiences only. Enjoy. The captain has turned on the seatbelt sign.
Let's do it. Good evening and welcome to a special Christmas Eve broadcast of the Ripon Rabbit Hole live show. I'm your host, AJ, the Ripon Rabbit. Give yourselves a round of applause and a little eggnog for being smart enough to be here. Tonight we dive deep down the rabbit hole in hopes to track Santa as he is well underway in his flight across the world tonight to bring good little girls and boys who are on the nice list all of their Christmas joy and wishes. Thanks to the magic of technology, we have the ability to track Santa, Rudolph, and the crew as they make their way to a chimney near you. He's had an incredible journey this evening so far, but there is a lot more for him to go. So buckle up your seatbelts, folks, and hitch a ride with Santa on his sleigh. That's tonight, Friday, Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2021. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas Eve, everyone! Oh my goodness, the time is here. And Santa already over airspace of the United States visiting almost a third of the world so far. He still has a big journey ahead, and we're going to track him through the skies overhead tonight, thanks to the magic of technology and NORAD. And the rabbit hole goes deep tracking Santa tonight. But first, my top hats off to you, Biz Woofer, for being the first in the chat room this evening. Congratulations. Biz Woofer says, Merry Christmas, Ripon Rabbit family. Ho, ho, ho. A family indeed. Ho, ho, ho to you, Biz Woofer. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Maggie's Ace, great to see you. Sandy B, Raider Champion tonight. Earth Daughter in the house. Ha ha! Earl Taylor, all the way. Up the chat room tonight to Dark Wolf's Den. And, of course, Biz Woofer in the first place tonight, followed by JoJo's and, of course, Michael Fontaine. Great to be with you all as we track Santa on Christmas Eve. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. We're going to get a live look now, if you haven't seen it already. This is Santa. Now, I will say a few things about Santa's journey tonight. First and foremost, he is wearing a mask. Okay? Now, we've had a big debate about this today, and it's very clear. All right? We've investigated this angle from multiple views, and it's very clear that Santa is wearing a mask for one reason and one reason only, which they don't want you to get too close to what's going on here. But the reindeer have gas. Yeah, that's what it is. The reindeer tonight are extremely gassy, and they're emitting some sort of a wild, fantastic gas due to something that they may have eaten last night. Oh, Santa making some sudden changes. But that is why he's wearing a mask, because the reindeer have really bad gas tonight. Out there in the leader of the pack, the Big Mac, our friend Rudolph, let's see, has the most gassiest gas of them all. There he is. Rudolph, amazing technology. We got to get you in center screen, bud. The biggest gas of them all. So if you're curious as to why Santa is wearing a mask tonight, it's simple. It's one reason and one reason only, because those reindeer, damn it, they have gas. And hopefully he's going to travel on tonight, delivering his gifts as the... That's right, Jerry, right? That's the only reason. Yes, what the hell, says Maggie's Ace. He's wearing a mask, and that is why. He's wearing a mask for one reason only, folks, because the reindeer have major gas. Now, think about the worst uncle that you could imagine that could show up at a Christmas party with really bad gas. And imagine that was these 8 reindeer pulling you across the 9, if you count Rudolph, right? Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 reindeer leading the way. I did see the red nose, says Sandy B. Oh my goodness. Definitely must have been ham dip, says her daughter. But look at that loot. Santa is carrying the loot tonight, folks. We are tracking him live. It's absolutely unbelievable. What is the temperature where you're at right now? Let me know what is the temperature where you are, because I can tell you in Ripon, Wisconsin tonight, the snow is not falling. It's not coming down like it's supposed to. They had predicted a major snowstorm tonight, but it didn't happen. Ripon, Wisconsin, currently at a cool 40 degrees and falling. However, it is a dense fog advisory at 40 degrees. It's very foggy tonight, and perhaps Santa is going to have to figure that out. Yes, they ate Brussels sprouts, Raider champion. That's exactly what gave them gas. Brussels sprouts and ham dip. Ham dip was awesome, right, my life? Welcome, my life. Merry Christmas Eve to you. I can tell you, 65 degrees around something. Little Rock, Arkansas, very warm tonight with 69 degrees. Oh, my goodness. That snow should start to fade away as Santa gets closer to Little Rock. 55 degrees at 9:06 in Chi-Town. Not Brussels sprouts. I had this discussion at Trader Joe's earlier this week. You're right. They actually on the package say sprouts. It's not what it is. Tigard, 37 degrees, Earth Daughter. 65 degrees in the Dark Wolf's Den in Tennessee. Warm and foggy in Ripon tonight with 40 degrees. Ripon is creepy and foggy on a Christmas Eve. Michael Fontaine, 42 degrees and exciting rain in Buffalo. I don't know what exciting rain means, Michael, but on Christmas Eve, I'm going to take your word for it. Cold water, -9 degrees in Fairbanks, Alaska. Expecting 20 inches tomorrow. I can tell you, oh my goodness, when it comes to the temperatures here in the Americas, we have to pay close attention, especially as we finish tonight, because now just because Santa has entered the airspace of the United States doesn't mean that he's touched down anywhere yet. So just because he's come across the ocean and is already making his way through towns, we don't know exactly just how Santa works. He was here last week to tell us basically it's all magic that happens up there in the sky. And no confirmed landings here in the United States so far. No stockings reported as stuffed this Christmas Eve just yet. So there is still chance, if you're up and you're listening to this broadcast and Santa has already passed over your head, that doesn't mean he's landed just yet. And there's still time for you to get yourself cozy under the covers, fall fast asleep, so you can wake up tomorrow morning and see just what gifts Santa has brought you this year. You'll find out once and for all tomorrow morning when you open your eyes and you go outside and look underneath the tree and look at the stockings all hung with care. You'll find out if you made it to the nice list or if perhaps you got another year of being on your best behavior to avoid that naughty list next year. So if you wake up tomorrow morning and you find Santa has brought you a lump of coal, let this be a lesson so that you don't find yourself in this position next year. One thing that's for certain is Santa is well under his way, and he has been tracked for over 60 years now by NORAD and its predecessor, the Continental Air Defense Command System. They've tracked Santa's flights for over 60 years. And of course, our live feed comes directly from NORAD's Santa Tracker, which you can visit and explore yourself very simply by going to noradsanta.org. That's NORADSANTA.org. Nothing to download, nothing to install. It will come up in real time, and you can watch Santa yourself as he soars across the skies on Christmas Eve. Now, I don't know all there is to know about the secrets of the military, but I still wonder, just exactly how do they keep such a close eye on Santa?
They maybe put a tracking device on. Like a small tracking device so they know where he goes.
Wait, do you have cameras?
You just take a camera and point it at the sky and wait for a long, long time. And when Santa passes by, you find him and then you just zoom in on the camera and you move the camera wherever Santa goes.
Do you even have cameras at your chimney?
You use satellites with little cameras built inside of them.
Without a satellite, we would not be able to do anything. Like sensors that track Santa from the world. And you have these TVs or something that connect to them to see. We track Santa from here and watch on your phone or tablet or iPad.
I always watch the tractor before bed.
One time on Christmas, when I went to the store, I looked on Mommy's phone and Santa was already delivering presents on some places because it was dark in some places.
Definitely a Christmas curiosity, if you will, to exactly how NORAD does keep such a close eye on Santa and has managed to do so for over 60 years. Now, we're going to find out a lot more about that system. We're going to learn about some things that I never knew about either as we continue to watch Santa, Rudolph, and the crew make their ways through the snowy Christmas evening. Are they coming near you? Have they already been overhead? Remember, it doesn't mean that they have landed just yet. In fact, I have not heard a reported sighting of a landing or any evidence of any gifts left behind just yet. Could happen before the end of the broadcast. Speaking of which, if you are listening on Ripon Common Sense Radio and you'd like to see the Santa tracker that we're following, you can jump on over to YouTube and visit the chat and say Merry Christmas Eve in there with us as well. Or you can simply go to noradsanta.org. That's NORADSANTA.org. And you will see with absolute stunning clarity Santa live in action. Now, here is some of the official narrative of NORAD that is going to explain to us exactly how this technology works and has for the over 60 years they've done this and tracked Santa. In addition to some of how that technology works, you might be amazed to find out a few new details about this major worldwide event.
Yeah, well, definitely the Santa Claus, they're tracking him with the camera. He actually knew he was in NORAD Northcom in his answer because he referenced where he was.
That's true.
And so I'm impressed. The young man knows about satellite capability and all the devices. He was clearly watching Santa Claus on phones, on the computers, on iPads.
And he knew where to go to find Santa. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be tracking this.
And now in 2021, we have the technology to track Santa live in real time as he makes his way over the United States. And we should all be very thankful and lucky to have this kind of sophisticated network that can do this.
We track Santa using a layered defense system, starting with our North Warning System, which has a series of radars along the north of Canada and Alaska. They detect Santa's first movements out of the North Pole.
Indeed. I was tracking Santa very, very early this morning live on NORAD, and I was fortunate enough to watch him pull out of the North Pole. Got off to a little bit of a shaky start this morning, but once Rudolph and the crew got up and got back into the groove, it's almost like falling off a bike and getting back on and riding again. You always remember how to ride. And they trudged through and kept on going, made their way halfway around the world and back already.
And as he transits west into the eastern hemisphere, as it were, Then we transition to our infrared sensors on satellites, which are in geosynchronous orbit about 30,000 miles above the Earth.
So from cameras to satellites to even infrared, the sophisticated technology changes depending on where exactly Santa's location is.
From there, we can track specifically Rudolph's movements as he transits through the Eastern Hemisphere and proceeds west.
Rudolph's nose is a bit like Mars, right? You can track it. If you see a red light this evening moving in a westerly direction from the east, then it most certainly is Rudolph's nose. Even if it's a red light that seems to be flashing, if you don't have any cloud coverage, I encourage you to take a look up towards the sky tonight, looking for Rudolph's red nose.
From there, we pick him up off the coast of Newfoundland, Canada, with our CF-18 fighters, and then escort him through North American airspace.
Now that is new information to me. Put a 1 in the chat room if it is to you too. I had no idea that Santa receives a military jet escort through North American airspace in combination with our government and the Canadian government, that they're actually sending escort jets up into the air once he makes it into this space. Put a 1 in the chat room if you knew that. I had no idea.
Transiting with handovers with our F-15 and F-16 pilots. And then we pick him back up as he transits through Alaska with our F-22 fighter jets.
He literally gets a full F-22 fighter jet escort through the airspace of Alaska. This is a better escort than some presidents get when they're up in the air. This is unbelievable to me that we do this service for Santa Claus.
As he leaves Alaskan airspace, we pick him back up on our infrared sensors through our satellites. And then from there, we monitor his progress through the Pacific until he returns back home to the North Pole to wrap up Christmas Eve and allow the rest of us to enjoy Christmas Day.
It is a journey that only happens once a year by an absolutely incredible individual that I take my top hats off to his loyalty and dedication to making this journey Christmas Eve after Christmas Eve after Christmas Eve. Through wind, rain, or snow, he delivers those gifts better than the United States Post Office.
So watching these young kids is really exciting and gets me all pumped up for NORAD Track Santa coming up in December. This is just the beginning, but they're clearly ready, and I look forward to making NORAD Track Santa happen again here in 2021.
Yes, sir. And you can't help but smile when just watching that, the excitement of this year, and then watching Tracking Santa. So it's going to be a pretty exciting time this year.
We look forward to it.
I look forward to it, too. It is very exciting being able to track Santa Claus as he moves about in real time live is definitely a benefit to this amazing, sophisticated technology that we have for usually used in protection purposes, usually used to protect us, but tonight used for the all-important purpose of keeping a close eye on Santa.
One interesting thing to note, actually, is that the same thing we do on December 24th, NORAD does 24/7, 365. That's year-round. And that's monitoring the airspace and all the activity around the globe with regards to all activities of interest to Canada and the United States. It just so happens we have a recurring visitor each December 24th, and we're more than happy to welcome him to our airspace and escort him through Canada and the United States to ensure that everyone's able to enjoy the holiday season.
Top hats off and a big thanks to all our friends over at NORAD in Canada and the United States that make this night safe for Santa to travel, especially in 2021. You just never know. But thanks to this tracking technology, now we know when it's time to head to bed on Christmas Eve. As Santa approaches, it's going to be bedtime for bonzos, for anybody who doesn't want to get caught being awake as Santa makes his magical journey into the home to place the gifts either under the tree or in the stocking. Now, if that's the case in your household tonight, a reminder, a public service announcement that you are not to leave any bubble gum for the reindeer, especially Rudolph. Rudolph's favorite treat, as Santa told us last week, is indeed bubblegum. A friendly reminder and public service announcement this evening, please do not leave any bubblegum out for the reindeer, especially Rudolph. This can be a disastrous situation. However, carrots, as Santa said, are definitely something that you can leave for the reindeer, but not for Santa. Santa doesn't like the carrots. In fact, he wants cookies. It can be any kind of cookie. That's his favorite word, is cookie. And you might want to leave him a little milk as well. Now, if you don't have a fireplace, you can leave them someplace on the mantle near the stockings, or perhaps even on a plate underneath the tree. You want to make sure to leave at least a cookie or two for Santa, because as he's out there battling the elements and fighting to make this journey complete tonight, he doesn't get the luxury of just stopping off at Chick-fil-A. He doesn't have the luxury of pulling through a McDonald's drive-thru, so those cookies keep him going until he gets back to the North Pole, and Mrs. Claus has the big Christmas feast prepared for him after the journey is complete. So those little cookies help get him through the way as we continue to monitor now Santa Claus live moving across the skies at a rapid speed. The weather looks good, looks very clear. In fact, already on the East Coast, he has apparently been to some houses. Now, we don't have any confirmed reports, but we can suspect. And earlier this evening, one lucky little girl received a phone call from Santa Claus this evening. Let's take a listen.
Oh, hello, Kayla.
Hello.
That you?
Yes.
Santa here. I'm calling you from my sleigh. Can you hear the wind blowing around me?
Yes.
Oh, yes. I've already started my big trip around the world. It's my favorite time of year. Of course, I'll be coming to your house in New York.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yes.
My reindeer are too. Oh, they're going so fast this year. Oh, I almost lost my hat. Oh, whoa! Slow down a bit. Okay, I better say goodbye if I'm going to deliver all my presents on time. Kayla?
What?
Oh, Merry Christmas!
Merry
I'll
Christmas.
see you very soon.
Alright. I love you so much, Santa. Bye. Merry Christmas.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. He's never called me when I was a kid.
You didn't call me either.
That's right. He never called me either. I never got a phone call from Santa. But put a 1 in the chat room if you remember the letters that you used to get in your mailbox from Santa. In fact, I had that reminder of myself earlier today that I once received back in 1984, an actual handwritten letter from Santa. And I can tell you, this is what it said. I went through my box of memories and I found it. I pulled it out. Let's read it together here. It says, "Dear AJ, ho, ho, ho. I was just checking my list for a second time, and sure enough, there your name is on the naughty side. Wow, you have been bad this year. I can't believe some of the mischief you've been up to. Before I double-checked, I was thinking of bringing you something very nice, but now I think a stocking full of coal is just the thing for you. If you hear a bump on the roof, tonight on Christmas Eve. And don't investigate. It's just me bringing your coal. Also, don't think I can't make it past that burglar alarm. And they don't call Christmas, quote unquote, magical for nothing. I hope you can pull it together and clean up your act for next year. This is so disappointing for me. And I remember when you were a good little child, and now look at you. Perhaps you can redeem yourself by leaving me some milk and cookies. And when I say milk, I mean a glass of wine. And when I say cookies, well, I mean cookies. Sincerely, Santa. Now, I can tell you, I did leave Santa a glass of milk that night, and he must have realized in the last moment that I had changed my evil ways and had been actually good enough to do that little service for him. So again, I can't emphasize enough the importance of making sure to leave out the snacks, the cookies, the milk, the carrots, no bubble gum for Rudolph and Santa and his crew. And absolutely nothing gluten-free.
So keep your gluten-free crap to yourself.
Here's Santa's performance last night from the North Pole Comedy Club.
I'd like to take this opportunity to inform you that, in fact, Christmas this year has not been canceled. Yes, thank you. The authorities have asked me to make some, alterations. So I will say this, that in some areas I will not be able to actually visit your home. We'll just be flying by and dropping everything on the porch. In fact, a lot of areas I'm not allowed to go to homes with more than 6 people in the home. And so I just want to inform all of you Mormons and Catholics, you're just going to have to pick everything up at the church parking lot. So, thank you. Thank you. Of course, people are always concerned, one of the biggest concerns, they always ask if they're on the naughty list. And I just want to inform you that if you think that you're on the naughty list, I can assure you, you are probably on the naughty list. In fact, they've tried to bring out the elf on the shelf. I want to completely disclaim anything to do with that vile creature. It was never my idea, and I do believe that because of him, that is why we have the rise of the Karens in our society. It's very unfortunate. But I can assure you that we are not spying on you, but it's actually become much easier to tell if you're naughty or not because of TikTok. And I would like to inform you that if you just even have an OnlyFans account, you're already on the list. The fact that you don't know what OnlyFans is and don't know why that was funny speaks well for all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, of course, people will say, well, if I'm naughty, am I going to get a lump of coal? Now, we used to give coal, but over the years it has come to be rather cost prohibitive. And so we do other things now. Instead of coal, we just give out gift cards to Applebee's.
Another good reason not to be on the naughty list.
And or scented candles. So now you know if anyone in your family receives scented candles or Applebee's gift cards, don't lend them money. Is all. Probably a good safe bet.
Santa Claus live on stage in his traditional Christmas Eve performance from the Comedy Club at the North Pole. Santa, quite the comedian, telling it like it is. We're going to have a little bit more of Santa's special blend of unique comedy as we continue to track Santa live throughout the skies, making his journey tonight almost complete. But it's any given Christmas Eve. Only time will tell if he was able to make it to everyone around the world this evening or not. But something tells me he's going to pass the finish line, and there's going to be one heck of a celebration for Santa when he returns back home later this evening. Boy, Rudolph and the guys look just great. Our special thanks to NORAD, noradsanta.org. That's NORADSANTA.org. You can keep track of him even after the broadcast, all the way till he returns back to the North Pole. There is a lot more Christmas Eve special to explore as we continue tracking Santa live through the skies tonight. We've come to the bottom of the first part of the program. Take a quick break and be back. Stick around. Don't touch that dial. Merry Christmas Eve, everyone. Are you enjoying the program so far? I know I am. If you are and you haven't done so already, please make sure to thumb up that video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. You'll get our notifications every time we go live. We're here every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, and most holidays, bringing you the very best of common sense radio, the Ripon Rabbit Hole. I'll return again tomorrow night for a very relaxing evening Christmas end performance to this holiday weekend. You want to join me again tomorrow night, December 25th, as we celebrate Christmas, Ripon Rabbit Hole style. Then we'll end out the weekend and the holiday right together with you Sunday, December 26th, as we explore leftovers and returns. That's right. After the holiday is over, your fridge is going to be full of leftovers, and your post office is going to be overwhelmed with returns. We're going to tell you some clever ways you can deal with your leftovers and returns, and that's going to end out the holiday weekend together right with you, Sunday, December 26th. If you haven't done so already, please hop on over to our website, riponrabbithole.com. That's RIPONRABBITHOLE.com. There you can sign up for your exclusive Backstage VIP pass. It's going to give you unfiltered access down the rabbit hole to where the conversation continues after the show. It's absolutely free to sign up for. It always will be. It's a lot of fun. It's going to give you the ability to set up your own profile, make posts on our social media wall, and because we're not one of those big tech companies, we're not going to shadow ban you. We don't sell, give away, or share your email addresses with anyone, so you can feel absolutely comfortable about that. I encourage you, invite you over. Check out all that the Ripon Rabbit Hole, our community-generated press, has to offer you, including groups on just about every subject, from the Mandela effect to health and wellness to aliens, science, magic, puzzles, games. The list goes on and on. And if you don't find a group that you're looking for over there, you can create your own groups. And they have a lot of fun where the conversation continues down the rabbit hole. Also, signing up for your VIP Backstage Pass gives you unfiltered access to our Backstage VIP chat lounge. You can hook up your camera and your microphone, sit in our very comfortable backstage environment, and chat the rest of Christmas away. Exclusively at riponrabbithole.com. We'll return back to tracking Santa. You're listening to the Ripon Common Sense Radio Network, the Ripon Rabbit Hole. That's right. Santa is almost through his journey this evening. He's made it over halfway around the world already as we continue to watch him live as he flies through the skies. I don't know exactly how Santa works, but I have a feeling that he has some magic up his sleeve. And tonight, as he makes his way to your house, you've got just a few more moments of Christmas Eve left. You want to make sure that you get snug as a bug in your bed, that you put out all of the cookies and the carrots and no bubble gum and nothing gluten-free. As Santa, Rudolph, the elves, and all of the reindeer, perhaps the hardest working crew on Christmas Eve. My top hat's off to all of you, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas, wherever you may be tonight. I wish you warm blessings of the season from our home to yours. Santa's facing a headwind as he's on his way to a chimney near you. Have you gone outside? Did you go up in the sky and see if you can see Rudolph's blinking nose traveling from an eastern direction to the west? That's Rudolph. I'm going to go out here at the end of the show, stare up at the sky and see if I can't catch him myself as he makes his way across Vegas. Still a few hours away from that moment as he's already in the United States, made his way through a good portion of the country already in the Midwest and the mid part of the states now as Rudolph is holding up. Looks like it's going to be an all-nighter. Looks like the mission is going to be accomplished. One thing that's for certain, we'll find out tomorrow morning just how good Santa did. And more important, you'll find out just how good you have been. And hopefully, you don't have any scented candles or Applebee gift cards in your stocking tomorrow night. A little bit of Santa humor from the man, the jolly man in the red suit himself. Most people don't know this, but Christmas Eve, Santa takes to the stage in the North Pole Comedy Club and delivers his famous yearly stand-up routine for Mrs. Claus, all of the elves, and all of the creatures that live in Santa Land at the North Pole. Last night was no exception. We have a very rare opportunity to tune in to the North Pole Comedy Club's microphone from last night to our bootleg copy of Santa's 2021 stand-up performance. And I gotta say, most of his observations this year have been spot on.
Now, of course, recently, many people have had a lot of concerns about Rudolph. In fact, the story of Rudolph, they think that it's somehow glamorizing bullying. Well, I can assure you there is just a lot of misunderstanding about this situation with Rudolph, because he, in fact, was not banned from all the reindeer games. Only a couple. Red light, green light. And just between you and me, he was absolutely horrible at hide and seek.
These are absolutely very logical reasons and games that if I were in charge of all the reindeer games also, would probably prohibit Rudolph from taking part in. You can't play red light, green light with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I can guarantee you he's not going to have any fun playing hide and seek. So it wasn't because they wouldn't let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games because they were bullies. It's because he had a handicap that you just couldn't play with. But nevertheless, that handicap earned him the right, as you look on your screen tonight, Rudolph leading the sleigh as he's done year after year. The only light, aside from a few stars, that Santa actually receives up there in the sky.
I want you to know that that joke always goes much better with a younger demographic. just so you know. Now, I would also like to address, as we come to the season, people are always asking about Christmas decorations. When is the appropriate time to put up the decorations? And I understand that everyone should have Christmas in their heart year-round. I appreciate that. But I will say that if you put up your Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving, you are bringing dishonor to your family. Thank you. Now, there are some of you who just leave them up year-round. And obviously, your family name is of no concern to you at all anyway, so you just do you.
It always seems to be a big question as to when exactly is the right time to put out the Christmas decorations. Well, it is not before Thanksgiving, as you heard from Santa himself. But put a 1 in the chat room if you're the kind of person to put up those Christmas decorations before Thanksgiving. Put a 2 in the chat room if you're the kind of person that just leaves them up all year round. You don't care. They're there in July, in June, and through the spring months. They're there year round. Put a 2 in the chat room. And put a 3 in the chat room if you don't put up Christmas decorations at all.
Now, also, a lot of people are concerned about my personal health, and so they are worried about putting out cookies. And I assure you, my friends, I've lived for a very long time. I'm a mythical being with magical powers. I do not have celiac disease. So keep your gluten-free crap to yourself.
He's absolutely adamant about that. He really is.
Don't make me part of your vision quest. Please. Please.
Just because we can't have it or we don't like it doesn't mean that the same is true for everybody, especially Santa. You want to treat the jolly old man just right. He'll remember that next year. He really will. He remembers the ones that take care of him along his incredible journey.
Now you got to understand that Christmas is the one time of year that I get to eat whatever I want because it takes.
Yes, you get to eat whatever you want. Terry Taggart with a 3. 3.4 from Raider Champion. 1s across the board from Sandy B. 3, I don't know. Either do I. Earth Daughter with sometime 1, sometimes 3. You got to give a little to take a little.
It takes an enormous amount of energy to do what I do. And so just put in my chocolate chip, we're good to go. Because most of the year I'm on a diet. I'm on the keto diet, high protein diets. Because, well, there's a lot of reindeer that don't make the cut.
Oh, my goodness, Santa.
It's a sad reality. It's unfortunate. Of course, the most rather odd question I think I get is people are always concerned about how it is that I am able to deliver all of those presents to all of those people, all those children throughout the entire world in one night.
It is a question of curiosity, and I do wonder the answer to this question myself as we're witnessing live Santa's journey. Absolutely incredible as he flies over the skies of the United States this evening on his way to deliver to all the good little boys and girls.
Well, I'd like to address that for you. A lot of people have a lot of strange beliefs. Let me just point out one thing. First of all, after the year that we have had, believing that a fat man from the north is delivering presents with 8 reindeer, not all that far-fetched.
You can say that again. Santa's humor on point, his political humor on point this year as he pokes fun in Santa's own unique way. I think only truly Santa Claus can get away with some of this political humor.
I mean, for crying out loud, people, there are still people who believe in essential oils. Believing in me is not so serious. But how is it that I accomplish this task in one night? And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I can teleport. I can suspend time. I can travel through interdimensional. But the biggest clue, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't have to deliver to the Jews. Or the atheists. In fact, I don't even have to deliver to the Jehovah's Witnesses. But I'll be honest with you, I still make a visit because I enjoy knocking on their door. And then running away. You all have been delightful. Merry Christmas and have a wonderful
Ding Dong Ditch, Santa Claus live from the North Pole Comedy Club last night on Christmas Eve from his traditional comedy show that takes place there for Mrs. Claus, the elves, and all of the reindeer and creatures that live in Christmas Village. Now, a bit of breaking news here from the East Coast. Apparently, the FAA has already seen and has been communicating with Santa Claus in the Atlanta airspace. Here is the story as it appeared just moments ago.
30 at Dixie, cross runway 26 left.
They are the conductors of a high-flying orchestra. They tower above Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, making beautiful music out of takeoffs and landings. There's one every 45 seconds. On one night, one small blip on the screen takes center stage.
He's a great guy. Great guy. He files a flight plan every year.
Brian Kellman is among the many air traffic controllers here who train for the big night.
Santa 01, we copy.
They spend hours at this simulator preparing for a reindeer-powered aircraft and its jolly pilot.
We basically put a bubble around Santa Claus as a priority.
And he knows it.
Do you have Santa in sight?
The skies over Atlanta seem to get more and more crowded with each passing Christmas.
He's has all the latest next-gen equipment in his aircraft, the best weather equipment.
All year long, the North Pole is in touch with the FAA here in Georgia.
We send directives out to him if there's any changes to the national airspace system, so he has the most up-to-date information.
And Santa, just like any other pilot, has to pass a physical each year. Now, once he's on your roof, Santa's on his own. There's no air traffic controller who's going to help him down your chimney. Brian Kellerman knows what's at stake. He knows how many people are depending on him to get Santa here quickly and safely.
Santa 1 cleared for low approach to Atlanta.
Remember, he's got a stocking on the fireplace, too.
Now, the Santa sightings are growing now and starting to come in from across the country as Santa is well under his way across the United States. Here is late-breaking news out of Houston. Folks there live on news catching a Santa sighting this evening on Christmas Eve and reported just moments ago. Take a listen as the unaware meteorologist actually catches the glimpse of Santa first.
Take a live look out over downtown Houston. A gorgeous night out there for Santa Claus, and I'll tell you what, he should have perfect flying conditions. Ooh. Grace, did you see that? Was that Santa? Look, there he goes. Did you see that? That is live right now. We just captured that on our HD cameras here at the TV station. Joseph, did we capture that? Is that accurate? In fact, you know what? Let's go outside. I believe Matt Doherty is standing by. Matt, you were on a story out there. Did you see anything fly over your head just moments ago?
Yeah, Blake, I just saw it just a second ago. I absolutely believe it was Santa Claus. Let me show you where I saw him flying just over the tops of that building over there in downtown. We saw him in that big sleigh, and Rudolph was leading the way. I don't know exactly where he's going. Can you see him now?
No, I don't see him, Matt.
He's gone. I don't know where. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know where he went after that. He was so fast. In all my years, I've never seen Santa Claus before. But I made him pull over, our photographer Chris, just so that we could get out and get a snapshot of this. Maybe thought we could catch him, but I guess he was too quick for us, Blake. I don't know, but geez. That was an experience. Let me tell you that. All you kids out there, you know, he's here in town, so we know that at least.
It certainly is, kiddos. Yeah. It is time for bed. Santa has arrived in the skies over Houston. Guys, it is Christmas.
Oh, my goodness. A live breaking report out of Houston. If you're in the Texas area and you're still up, you better climb into your bed and close those eyes ASAP, quickly. The reports and the AP and the Wire is lighting up now as reports are beginning to pour in from across the country. Santa spottings, excuse me, did a little too much eggnog tonight. Santa spottings taking place all across the country rapidly now.
Hey, welcome back. We've been tracking Santa all day long. He left the North Pole at about 6 o'clock this morning. He's made so many stops across the globe. You know, I've been kind of trying to figure out just how fast this sleigh moves because he is on the move and quick, too. His last radar check-in just a few moments ago puts him in Washington, D.C. Oh, my gosh, there he is. At 10:33, he's circling the Washington Monument. And I've got official word from the North Pole, one of Santa's helpers, who you might have seen throughout the course of the day, who says his next stop is in North Carolina. Kids, get ready for bed. We're going to track Santa as he gets closer and closer to North Carolina. It won't be long now.
Absolutely unbelievable sightings on Christmas Eve coming in from a zigzag all the way across the country, bouncing from Texas to Washington, D.C., to sightings in New York, to now on his way apparently to North Carolina. He has a funny way of crisscrossing this country tonight. Perhaps a new strategy that he's working on. More reports continuing to pour in at this hour now.
I saw something just a little while ago, about an hour and 10 minutes ago, that had me shook, okay? The radar can pick up on just about anything. It can pick up on rain, it can pick up on birds, insects, and also flying objects. And I saw something that I've never seen before. It was a streak across the radar, and I think it may have been Santa and his sleigh. So I started looking into it. I started looking into the radar data, and it confirmed what I thought. I started looking at reports on social media. That also confirmed what I thought. And then I started going through our security camera footage because I wanted to see if I could find the streak outside, or maybe Rudolph's red nose flashing.
Perhaps Rudolph has upgraded to a more powerful nose light this year, and that could be why these reports are continuing to pour in now across the United States. These reports are no different than what appeared earlier this morning as Santa Claus ripped through Australia. It has been a long day for him already, as he's been over a third of the way across his journey. I can tell you there's still a few moments left, and the way he's zigzagging tonight, there's no telling where he's going next or where he's already been. So if you're up and you're listening, you might as well put your head on the pillow now and make sure that you are fast asleep if you expect to have anything in your Christmas stocking tomorrow morning left to you by the big man, Santa Claus himself. Viral videos attempting to make their way to the internet this evening amongst a bunch of social media congestion due to the arrival of Santa Claus.
Santa's coming! Get inside, Santa's coming!
Some unfortunate little kids were still up when Santa decided to show up in Texas just moments ago. Racing these kids on their way to bed so that they can get to sleep because they had to get ready as Santa's arrival is a little bit earlier than anticipated this year. Apparently, the tailwind now has gained momentum, and he's been making appearances all across social media where kids are not in bed yet, and they're freaking out because Santa is trying to get his job done, and they are not in bed yet. This live-breaking Twitter post out of Tucson, Arizona, just moments ago. Take a listen. Now, this was just a few moments ago. Santa was not even reported to be in the area, and these kids were caught totally off guard, unprepared for Santa's arrival. We go to another social media post out of New Jersey where an Italian is trying to shed a little bit of light on the subject of Santa Claus and Christmas this year.
I got no problem if you're gay, transgender, or gender neutral. That's your business and your life. Well, leave the Santa Claus alone. Why you want to change? His name is Santa Claus, his name is Santa Claus, he got reindeer and a sleigh. He's not transgender or gender neutral, and he's definitely not gay. He's got a piece of deal and 2 jingle balls, and he's only got 1 hole. He's married to Mrs. Claus, and they're both very happy living in the North Pole. His name is Santa Claus, his name is Santa Claus, and he'll be here real soon. And I guarantee when he has to pee, he uses the men's room. So for all of you sensitive people that want to change him, just give me a break. And even though on Christmas I want snow, I don't want to see 1 snowflake. You see what I did? Snowflake, I don't want to see a snowflake. But seriously, why don't you leave the Santa Claus alone, huh? Leave the Christmas alone. That offend you too? No, change your Christmas, and no, change your Christmas, and now the Tina gets me pissed when the people always say Happy Holidays and no more Merry Christmas. All these people get offended so much, making me laugh. This year I'm gonna put a mistletoe on my back so all of them can kiss my ass. No, change your Christmas, and no, change your Christmas, and leave everything alone. Like the gifts we receive and the fish on Christmas Eve, and don't forget the panettone. And enjoy with your family and the ones you love and the people that treat you right. That's it, I'm done about the first, everyone. Merry Christmas and have a good night.
Hot dog, Merry Christmas and have a good night. Thanks to our friends working hard overtime over at NORAD. If he hasn't arrived already, he'll be there shortly. Santa well under schedule this year, as it appears. You can continue the fun along following the official NORAD Santa tracker at noradsanta.org. That's NORADSANTA.org. Some very sophisticated technology being used to keep a close eye on Santa's journey this evening. Almost over. It's time to put out the milk and cookies, the carrots, climb into bed, get snug as a bug in a rug, because before you know it, it'll be Christmas morning. You're going to find out if you've been naughty or nice. We're going to leave the tracker on through the end music here for just a little bit longer. And I'm going to continue to track him all the way back to his arrival at home, where the big feast and celebration is set to occur at the North Pole. If you thought Santa was funny at the North Pole Comedy Club last night, you should see the set he does after he returns back home. So much fun on a Christmas Eve, keeping a close eye on the big guy in the sky that keeps a close eye on all of us. He sees us when we're sleeping. He knows when we're awake. He knows if we've been bad or good. So let's be good for goodness sake. A few more moments left of this very special Christmas Eve. My, oh my, how time does fly. Before you know it, Christmas will be a thing of the past, and so will 2021, as the future looks bright ahead. Let's make sure to make Christmas a part of all of us. We owe it to our friends. We owe it to our family. Heck, we owe it to our family's friends. Because getting together and celebrating the magic and warmth of Christmas Eve just makes common sense. Wouldn't you agree? We did it! Ha 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 ha! That's right, we spent a Christmas Eve together. Give yourselves a round of applause for being smart enough to have been here. If you enjoyed tonight's special tracking of Santa, and you haven't done so already, please make sure to thumb up that video, hit that subscribe button, and ring that bell. You'll get our notifications every time we go live. We're here every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights, bringing you the very best of Common Sense Radio, the Ripon Rabbit Hole. I'll return again tomorrow night to end out Christmas right together with you with a very special, relaxing holiday presentation of Christmas, Ripon Rabbit Hole style. That's tomorrow night, starts at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10/9 Central, December 25th, Christmas Day. Tune in and find out what I've got store for you tomorrow night. Then we'll end out the holiday weekend right together Sunday, December 26th, a special look at leftovers and returns. That's right, we're going to tell you all the creative things that can be done with the things that you've got left over. We're going to tell you how to properly make the most out of all those returns and perhaps maybe even add them to the re-gift pile so that you can re-gift some of those returns next year. And you don't have to fight the fight and struggle the struggle of trying to find out what you're going to get everybody for Christmas. Just if that happens, make sure that you don't give the person that gave you the gift the same gift back. I truly do wish you a very happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, Merry Christmas. Whatever the case may be for you is what I wish for you on this holiday evening. But for me, I'm going to enjoy a Merry Christmas, and I trust you will too. It's going fast already, and it's only going to continue to accelerate from here. So I truly do take my top hats off to all of you. Merry Christmas, everyone. From all of us here at Ripon Common Sense Radio. So, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, or good day. Merry Christmas Day, whatever the case may be. I'm AJ, the Ripon Rabbit. Until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.
Disappeared for a while, then came back and cast a spell over the old man. So he looks like a rabbit too now.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been working
working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da, oh, oh, la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all the melodies until the sun comes up. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, oh, la da da da, oh, 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 la da da da. Making our Christmas memories. Yes, these are the good times with you. Don't even care what we do if I spend it with you. Just you and nobody else. It's so good to see you again, to see you again. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire, chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. And I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.